Caleb, it sounds like a breakthrough of sorts. Tell us more about it and the reaction, indeed, from Republicans and Democrats.
Indeed. Well, the United States at this point has the distinction of being the country with the most COVID cases of any country in the world. And furthermore, we've got a situation where not only are people dying on a daily basis, but people's jobs are in jeopardy. Unemployment numbers are rising. However, members of the U.S. Congress are reassuring us that they have put together a relief package. Help is on the way. This is what we're hearing.
More help is on the way. Moments ago, in consultation with our committees, the 4 leaders of the Senate and the House finalized an agreement. There will be another major rescue package for the American people.
Our purpose has always been to crush the virus, to put money in the pockets of the American people, which we do in this legislation.
To the millions of small business owners who are worried their businesses would go under, help is on the way. To families struggling with less money, direct payments mean help is on the way.
Now, the stimulus package will inject $900 billion into the U.S. economy. And for average Americans, that translates to a check of $600. Now, keep in mind that $600 will be lessened for people who make more than $75,000 per year. Now, there will also be a $300 boost to federal unemployment benefits. Now, this might sound like a lot for some, but many Americans look at this and say this is completely underwhelming and are quite disappointed. This is some of the reaction to this deal, to this proposed and passed and ratified stimulus agreement.
$600 is a slap in the face.
No one should be proud of making people so desperate that they're reduced to saying thank you for a crumb.
$600. $11 billion for a border wall. $15 billion for a space force. We need a radical revolution of values.
Now, for many Americans, it's going to be a quite gloomy holiday season. Jobless claims have shot up to roughly 23,000 per week. Unemployment claims are rising. Close to 8 million Americans have been driven into poverty, and that's according to U.S. government statistics of the matter. Now, it's also important to note that 27 million adults in the United States in December were living in a household in which there was food insecurity, not enough food on the table. We have one of the stories. This is one story of a family that has suffered during the pandemic from the economic fallout. Take a listen.
I actually was getting unemployment when the pandemic hit. So the pandemic hit and I have not been able to get any unemployment benefits. I did get an extension. So that helped, but then I wasn't able to get anything else. I still haven't since July. I've lost my car. I'm about to lose my apartment. It's been hard. No Christmas for my kids. I've been taking part-time jobs. I've had 3 jobs since everything happened that I keep losing because of COVID.
In addition to the families that are suffering and the workers who have become unemployed, there has also been a devastation of small businesses across the United States. A number of small businesses have shut their doors. Small businesses owned by ethnic minorities in the United States have been particularly badly hit with a number of bankruptcies. At this point, we've got quite a bit of frustration from Democrats and Republicans about all the amount of time that it took to reach a stimulus agreement. Negotiations dragged on for months. Now, some reports show that Donald Trump wanted to intervene in the discussions and demand that every American get $2,000 rather than $600. However, he was advised against taking this move and pushing for this policy, and Republicans wanted the ultimate stimulus to be less than $1 trillion. Now, there does not appear at this moment to be a clear end to the pandemic in sight. There are optimistic hopes about the vaccine. And at this moment, many are questioning how things might change in January when Joe Biden comes into office. Biden is promising that he will turn things around regarding the pandemic in his first 100 days. Many people are looking at Joe Biden's words and saying, let's wait and see. A lot of frustration in the United States right now, a lot of economic suffering, and a lot of people that are very unsatisfied with this stimulus agreement.
Caleb, thanks for taking us right through that. Our U.S. correspondent in New York, Caleb Maupin.